C4. Someone's throwing C4 on the other side of this door.
I don't understand how he keeps being able to run up that far.
Oh, dude, fucking quad kill. I just got a quad kill C4.
Hey everybody, this is Dead Winter Dead with another Battlefield 4 video for you. And I apologize for dropping the F-bomb with the C4 in that opening clip, but it was just so hilarious. And I was so excited loading up Battlefield 4 and getting some game time in. Why was I excited, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. The September patch that DICE has been working on for months now dropped on September 30th. Many of you may already know this. There's been plenty of YouTubers who have put out information about it. So a lot of you may be aware of the changes. I'm going to go over a couple of the changes, but one of the biggest changes that I am so excited about is that it seems, and I've only put, I don't know, about 6 or 7 hours into maybe 4 or 5 different maps, but it seems like Rush is better. And not just better, like kick-ass better. It is a lot better. I'm having so much fun playing Rush again. I haven't had this much fun playing Rush since, gosh, I mean, dare I say Bad Company 2? No, I won't go that far. I will not go that far, but definitely BF3. It is a welcome change. As many of you know, or you may not know, they have moved around a lot of the MCOMs. They have added additional cover and material that's not there on the Conquest maps, which makes it easier for the attackers to actually get a foothold. Because that was the problem with Rush BF4, was the MCOMs were in such ridiculous locations, unreachable, and the attackers had no way of pushing forward. So DICE has fixed that in this patch. But first, let's go over some of the major changes. One of the biggest changes, and I think it's a welcome change, a lot of people think it's a welcome change, are the changes to the grenades. Most of the grenades, I believe, there was some little tweaks in some fashion or another. The biggest change to grenades would be the change in the impact grenades. The impact grenades still exist in the game, but instead of having 2, you now carry 1. The damage for the impacts has been reduced ever so slightly, but the biggest change for the impacts, and a couple of other grenades, but since the impacts were really the bane of just this nade spam, the biggest change is that instead of taking 7 seconds to basically regenerate into your ammo pool or your ammo inventory, it now takes a whopping 25 seconds. And I dropped an ammo box and I sat on one and I counted to 25, and it is a solid 25 seconds. So gone are the days where you just are spamming impact grenades, and the fact that you can only carry 1 also makes them not really the viable choice, because for the longest time impact grenades were the go-to grenade. You had 2, you could throw 1, you can get a piece of somebody, throw another one, bam, finish them off. Easy peasy. Bad guys really had there was really no recourse to the impact because it exploded basically wherever it hit. A couple of the other changes that are included in this new patch is DICE is touting, they're stating, and for me personally, the jury is still out on this one, but they are stating that the netcode, the quote-unquote netcode, has been fixed. The netcode has been fixed. Which means the game should be smoother, more of your shots should register, etc., etc. I played, like I said, for a solid 6 hours today and a few hours the day the patch came out, and I'm still getting kill trades. I'm still getting killed behind walls, and not just like kind of behind walls, but like blatant behind cover kills, which is a little bit disappointing. I will admit that there are a lot of changes that came up in this patch that are just welcome, especially the Rush stuff. But the one that I'm really not digging, and I gotta be honest with you guys with this one, is the fact that they have reduced the damage for most of the weapons in the game, which means if it used to take 4 or 5 shots to kill an enemy, it now takes 5 or 6 shots, or 6 or 7 shots, depending on the distance, excuse me, and where you actually hit the enemy, whether it's a headshot, body shot, leg shot, etc., etc. And the reason that they increased the quote-unquote time to kill is because they're claiming, well, we fixed the net code, which means that in the old version of the game, the game that existed before September 30th, a lot of your shots didn't register. But since we fixed the net code, more of your shots will register, so it's gonna feel kind of like the same game. And I gotta be honest, it doesn't feel like the same game. I'm not saying that this patch is terrible. I'm not gonna be one of those haters that says, oh, the game's different, it's broken, blah blah blah. Because as we all know, when Battlefield 4 came out, a lot of people were upset about it. But we all kind of got used to it. We learned how to play the game in the state that it was. And I have absolutely no doubt that most level-headed people will be able to learn how to play Battlefield 2.0, as people are calling it. They'll be able to learn to work through the nuances and learn how to play it in the state that it now is. But excuse me, this extended time to kill was it was bothering me, and I was talking to some of my friends on Battlelog, and while we were playing in game, and it feels a little bit off. Now, if the net code really was fixed, and in my opinion, I'm not going to say that it's in the state that DICE thinks that it is in. It may have gotten a little bit better, but it is not. It's definitely not in the state that they think that they put it in. It's just not. But if it really was fixed, then this time to kill would be not really a change that would register with any of us. But it's definitely there. Everyone can feel it. There are actually times where I'll be using the MG4, the M240 Bravo, weapons that I use a lot, and I know very, very well. I know the nuances of them, and I put X amount of rounds down range, and where I would normally be, okay, it's time to switch to the next target, I pull off that target to acquire a secondary target, and the guy I was shooting at turns around and kills me, and he has like 6 health left, and it was just it was just a weird feeling. So I'm not saying the patch is bad. The patch is great, minus some of those weird changes. The weapon balances, the grenade balances, and definitely the improvement to the Rush game mode. If you guys have not tried Rush, please go back and try Rush again. Give Rush a chance, because every single map I played on today was a marked improvement. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick overview. My name's Dead Winter Dead. Thanks for watching.